Hello, welcome to Rise and Prosper with Jay Lakhani. In this week's lesson, we look at one of the most important yet least understood aspects of trading success, the psychology behind profitable trading and the hidden battle taking place within the mind of every trader. Why do so many traders fail despite having excellent systems and solid market knowledge? Why do fear, greed, impatience, and self-sabotage continue to destroy accounts again and again? And more importantly, how can a trader move from emotional chaos into clarity, discipline, flow state, and consistent execution? In this lesson, we will explore the powerful connection between mindset, spirituality, emotional fitness, and trading performance, using lessons from the Bhagavad Gita, real-life market experience, elite sports psychology, and over 4 decades of my own journey in the financial markets. This is not just a lesson about trading. It is a lesson about self-mastery, discipline, detachment, and creating an abundant life from the inside out. For many years, traders have searched for the perfect indicator, the perfect setup, the perfect secret strategy. Yet after mentoring traders for decades, watching thousands of trades unfold live, and experiencing my own successes and failures over more than 40 years in the financial markets, I can tell you something very honestly. The biggest battle in trading is not the market. The biggest battle is the mind. Most traders already know enough. They understand support and resistance, moving averages, price action, risk management, and entries. Yet despite knowledge, many still lose consistently. Why? Because knowledge without emotional mastery is useless. Trading is a mirror. The charts do not create fear. The charts reveal fear. The market does not create greed. It exposes greed. Every impulsive entry, every revenge trade, every moment of FOMO is simply your internal state being reflected back at you. This is why 2 traders can use exactly the same strategy, yet one becomes consistently profitable while the other destroys account after account. The difference is identity and emotional fitness. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna teaches Arjuna one of the greatest psychological lessons ever spoken. You have a right to perform your duty, but not to the fruits of your actions. That single teaching can transform a trader's life. A losing trade does not define you. A winning trade does not define you. Your job is simply to execute your edge with discipline, patience, and detachment. The market rewards emotional maturity. One of the biggest mistakes traders make is believing that more action creates more profits. In normal life, hard work often produces results. In trading, excessive action often destroys results. The best traders are not the busiest traders. They are the calmest traders. I learned this lesson the hard way. Many years ago, I blew up heavily during the 1987 market crash. One day changed everything. I lost around £30,000, which at the time was devastating. Fear, stress, uncertainty, self-doubt, all hit me together. That experience taught me a lesson I never forgot. Markets punish emotional instability and reward discipline. Over the years, I rebuilt not only financially, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Today, at the age of 68, I remain an active trader, although I long ago retired from being a full-time trading educator. Through my YouTube channel, Rise and Prosper with Jay Lakhani, I continue to share my own experiences, lessons from the markets, and insights gained from mentoring thousands of traders over many years through live trading seminars and workshops across the world. One thing I became well known for during my education career was trading live in front of audiences with real money, sometimes with hundreds of people watching every decision. I remember speaking and trading live at events including at Finico Bank, the World Money Show, and major trading expos. Those experiences taught me something profound. Technical knowledge alone is not enough. When real money is on the line and emotions begin to rise, psychology becomes everything. The ability to remain calm, detached, and disciplined under pressure is what separates professionals from amateurs. During mentoring sessions over the years, I have repeatedly seen the same pattern. A trader has a fantastic system. The strategy works beautifully in back testing. The entries are clear, the risk management is sound, and the probabilities are in their favor. Yet they still sabotage themselves through impatience, forcing trades, entering too early, chasing the market, or revenge trading after a loss. The problem is rarely the system itself. More often than not, the real problem is the inability to remain emotionally neutral and process-driven. This is why trading is ultimately a journey of self-mastery. The market simply exposes what is already happening inside you. Fear creates hesitation. Greed creates impulsiveness. Ego creates overtrading. But calmness, patience, discipline, and detachment create consistency. Over the decades, I realized that the greatest traders are not necessarily the smartest people in the room. They are often the people who have learned to master their emotions whilst remaining humble, focused, and balanced under pressure. This is why elite sportsmen spend enormous amounts of time on mental conditioning. A tennis player like Novak Djokovic has incredible technical skill, but what separates him is composure under pressure. A batsman in cricket may have perfect technique in practice, but when 90,000 people are watching in a World Cup final, mental fitness becomes more important than skill itself. The same applies in trading. When the market moves quickly, when losses occur, when volatility increases, your emotional system gets tested. Weak psychology creates impulsive decisions. Strong psychology creates patience and clarity. This is why some traders can make fortunes with a simple strategy while others fail using sophisticated systems. A trader must become like a hunter. A professional hunter does not run wildly through the jungle firing randomly. He waits. Calmly. Patiently. Silently. Observing conditions. Conserving energy. Then when the perfect moment arrives, he acts decisively. That is trading. The amateur trader needs excitement. The professional trader needs clarity. One of the greatest transformations happens when a trader stops chasing money and starts focusing on process. Ironically, that is often when the money begins to flow naturally. I have repeatedly seen this with traders I have mentored in the past. The moment they stop obsessing over profits, stop staring at the profit and losses every 5 minutes, stop forcing setups, and simply focus on executing high-probability trades, their performance improves dramatically. This is where spirituality becomes powerful. In Japanese philosophy there is a concept called ikigai, meaning a reason for being. Real fulfillment comes when your actions align with purpose, discipline, and inner peace. Trading should never become emotional slavery. If your self-worth depends on whether the last trade won or lost, you will suffer endlessly. But when your identity becomes rooted in discipline, patience, self-mastery, and service, then trading becomes peaceful. You stop reacting emotionally to every candle. You become present. You become process-driven. You stop trying to control the market and instead learn to control yourself. The Bhagavad Gita calls this equanimity. Remaining balanced in success and failure. This is why emotional detachment is so important. Many traders celebrate wins too emotionally and become devastated by losses. Both are dangerous. A trader should remain calm in victory and calm in defeat. Quiet gratitude is more powerful than emotional excitement. Think about elite athletes again. The best footballers do not lose emotional control after scoring one goal. They reset mentally and stay focused. The match is not over. Likewise in trading, one winning trade means nothing. One losing trade means nothing. Consistency over hundreds of trades is what matters. Another major lesson is preparation. Most losing traders spend more time executing than preparing. Yet the war is won before the battle begins. Professional traders analyze structure, identify key levels, prepare scenarios, and then wait patiently. If nothing appears, they walk away. Many years of live trading taught me this truth. Some of the best trading days come from taking only one excellent trade. Sometimes the best decision is no trade at all. Patience is not weakness. Patience is strength under control. The trader who constantly needs action is usually seeking emotional stimulation rather than professional execution. This is why I constantly say, focus only on A-plus setups. A trader who waits for quality setups with discipline can completely transform their results. Even a system with a 50% win rate and an average risk-reward of 1 to 3 can produce extraordinary results over time. But only if the trader has emotional discipline. Without discipline, even the best strategy becomes useless. With discipline, even a simple strategy can create extraordinary wealth. The truth is, trading does not have to be complicated. Many traders overload their charts with countless indicators, conflicting signals, and endless noise, believing complexity will somehow produce consistency. In reality, simplicity combined with mental fitness is often far more powerful. For example, my own trading approach is relatively simple. I focus mainly on a 1-2-3 setup around key pivot points and important areas of structure. I look for liquidity grabs, fake breakouts, exhaustion moves, and moments where fear and greed become visible directly on the charts. The markets are driven by human emotion. Fear causes panic selling, greed causes emotional chasing, and smart money often takes advantage of these emotional reactions. A fake breakout is a perfect example of crowd psychology. Retail traders see price breaking a level and emotionally jump in late, only for the market to reverse sharply in the opposite direction. That reversal is often the footprint of trapped traders, emotional decisions, and liquidity being taken. Once you understand this, the charts begin to tell a story about human behavior rather than random candles moving up and down. The edge is not only in the setup itself, but in the discipline to patiently wait for high-probability conditions to align. Most traders do not fail because the strategy is bad. They fail because they cannot wait. They enter early through FOMO, overtrade through boredom, or interfere with trades emotionally after entering. A calm trader with a simple strategy will almost always outperform an emotional trader with a complicated strategy. This is why mental fitness is everything. The real goal is not to become a prediction machine. The real goal is to become emotionally stable, process-driven, patient, and detached. When simplicity, discipline, and emotional control come together, trading becomes far more effortless and consistent. The real journey in trading is not only financial. It is spiritual. Trading exposes your fears, your ego, your impatience, your greed, your attachment, your need for validation. In that sense, the market becomes a teacher. It teaches humility. It teaches detachment. It teaches emotional control. It teaches self-awareness. And ultimately, it teaches that mastery of self is greater than mastery of the market. So if you truly want long-term success, stop searching endlessly for magical indicators. Stop looking for shortcuts. Stop chasing excitement. Instead, work on becoming emotionally strong, spiritually balanced, mentally clear, and professionally disciplined. Because the trader you become internally will eventually determine the results you create externally. The market is simply the mirror. So friends, I hope this message resonates deeply with you. Trading is not just about making money, it is about mastering yourself. The charts will test your patience, your discipline, your emotional control, and ultimately your character. True wealth is not only financial freedom, but inner peace, clarity, and balance whilst walking the journey of life. Although I am no longer a trading educator and I do not sell trading courses, I continue to share these lessons through my YouTube channel as my way of giving back to society after spending decades in the financial markets. I remain an active trader, and I firmly believe that when abundance flows into your life, a portion of it should flow back into helping others. Each month, a percentage of my trading profits goes towards good causes and charitable work, because real prosperity has meaning only when it uplifts others as well. If this video has added value to your life, then do consider liking, commenting, and sharing it with others who may benefit from this wisdom. Sometimes a single message, heard at the right moment, can completely change the direction of someone's life. This is Jay Lakhani, wishing you clarity, discipline, inner peace, and an abundant life. Rise and prosper.